We know the goal in WWE for many superstars is to become the Universal Champion. A road Samoa Joe placed himself on very quickly upon entering WWE.
Unfortunately for many superstars, the end of that road is met by Brock Lesnar. However, Joe didn't seem to hold the typical fear any mortal man would have when facing the Beast Incarnate.
Somebody's ego is going to be severely bruised after this submission match, guys. Nobody ever likes to utter the words, "I quit."
Bringing up Samoa Joe's lack of fear towards Brock Lesnar, Byron. It reminds me how Joe had a bloodthirsty look in his eyes for several weeks, competing for the Universal title. Almost became an afterthought as the rivalry grew more personal with each encounter.
Some could see Samoa Joe's actions against Brock as temporary insanity. But to those of us who know Joe, know he is absolutely truculent. He is the intimidator and never the intimidated.
Oh my goodness! Submission time! Is he done? Whoa, he works his way out.
A bit of a Houdini job right there.
Oh, clothesline!
In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business. Bret Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, William Regal, and Daniel Bryan are a few who come to mind. And on the women's side, I think about Alundra Blaze, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the boss, Sasha Banks.
Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point out is that a submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission match requires the use of a submission maneuver. In an I Quit match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent to the point where they quit as a result of the overall punishment they've received in the match.
That's an important distinction, Michael, especially since a superstar can win an I Quit match by using the submission maneuver. For superstars who aren't proficient in submission moves, they enter this type of match at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean they can't win, but they need to perfect applying the submission move quickly. Come on, Corey, try and keep up. One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in a submission match that your opponent is going to target that body part immediately. It's like having a giant bullseye on an arm, leg, ankle, or shoulder.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business. Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous for a competitor who's injured or had a known injury. I think that's why it's just as important as a submission match to be able to reverse the submission move from an opponent. He might have it. Joe is in position. Brock Lesnar definitely in a tough spot now. And at this point, how much more does he have to give? He breaks out.
He's not done just yet, Michael.
The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules event. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, defended her women's championship against Natalya. The one thing I thought was unfair about the match is that there was a ban against the Nature Boy Ric Flair being at ringside. If Flair appeared, Charlotte would lose the match and her women's crown.
Beautiful technique.
Corey, you spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure eight versus Natalya.
He'll be woozy after that impact.
I'm not sure. Here's Samoa Joe.
He's definitely starting to lose it here.
He forces his way free.
Man, he just has so much resolve.
Incredible impact.
You won't see as wide a breadth of experience as you would watching Samoa Joe. You don't travel the world and encounter this industry as much as Joe has without picking up a few tricks of the trade. And it's why...
We're gonna lock it in here. Corey, you reflected on Samoa Joe's ability to stay calm in big fights. I would attribute he fights his way free.
But how much energy did he exhaust fighting his way out?
Boom, nice.
If I was Joe, I'd stick to performing and stop the showboat.
Oh, what impact!
Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque. That'll mess up your neck. Man.
The running senton.
Crushing impact.
Elbow drop.
Piercing.
And that one grounds him.
I didn't realize he had such a glass jaw.
Samoa Joe is definitely starting to wane. I'd say he's starting to feel the pressure a bit.
I know he's not looking very good right now, but I just can't imagine a scenario where he would submit. He just doesn't seem to know the word quit.
Joe is in position. And there's the Uranagi.
Landed him.
Wow, I gotta say that I'm in shock. I really thought Lesnar would look better here tonight.
He's teetering on the edge here. Coquina clutch. This one's over, Byron.
Just when you thought he had nothing left, Brock Lesnar's just getting overwhelmed.
Great job breaking the hold there.
Good thing, too. That could have been ugly, Michael.
Oh, nasty impact.
What a stomp.
Good grief.
Wow, what impact. And he's taken down with authority.
I think I felt the ground shake on that one.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
The great ones always explode when they have the chance.
He's not going to go quietly.
No superstar worth his salt ever does.
And no luck against Joe there.
Brock Lesnar just too fast for him.
Lightning speed from the Beast.
Oh, my goodness, crushing it. In some trouble here now for Samoa Joe. There's a good chance he can't recover from this.
This is all but over.
That killer instinct Samoa Joe has when Brock is feeling it. Good luck to you.
He's capable of turning it on, but he's got to make sure he doesn't fade fast.
Uranagi.
Man, oh man. What a comeback.
Coquina clutch. Coquina clutch.
Coquina clutch. This one's over, Byron.
Wow, I gotta say that I'm in shock. I really thought Lesnar would look better here tonight.
That'll leave you gasping for air, that's for sure.
He got the job done. This one's over.
Let's take another look at these guys getting after it.
These superstars gave as good as they got, and these fans got their money's worth from the opening bell.
He ain't playing here.
I'm not easily impressed, but that was one of the most entertaining matches I've had the pleasure to see in a while.
Here is your winner, Samoa Joe.
Uh-oh, this is the confrontation we've all been waiting for.
Earth-shaking power slam. thinking about some tag.
Powerbomb.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy.
Here's Samoa Joe. Uranagi!
That's how you put an exclamation point on a match. This is exactly what Joe was waiting for. Coquina clutch. This one's over, Byron. This is his opportunity to win this thing. Again? Really? Come on. Come up with something new already.
Everybody likes a showman, but I think Samoa Joe might be taking it a little too far here.